So far, in all the examples, we've been using 200 as the order quantity for the calendars. But what if we want to consider different order quantities? For example, say 100 all the way through 300 in increments of 25. Okay. Now we have the same model as before, except that we want to now generate replications with order quantity being one of these. Okay. We can use this using a two-dimensional table. So here we have the replications. I've already set that up, 1 through 1000. Now we want to try all of these different order quantities. So these are the order quantities. So let me do this. Okay. So we want to replicate the profit 1000 times using different order quantities. So we can do this using a two-dimensional table. So the profit goes in here, so which is that. Okay. Now we highlight the entire table. So we have one more to go. Okay. So now we have 1000 replications and all the order quantities from 100 to 300 highlighted. So now go to data, table. So now the row input cell now is the row is your order quantity. So you have to select order quantity as the row input, and the column input is your replications, and for that you select a blank cell. So when the replication number is entered into that blank cell, the recalculation will be forced and you'll have a replication for the profit. Okay. Now once again, depending upon how the auto recalculation is set, so you will either see different values or you will see the same value repeated. So here I have the auto recalculation, okay, file options, formulas. So auto recalculation is set to automatic accept data tables. Since data tables is exempted, it's not recalculating. So I have to either press the F9 key, leaving the auto calculation as is, or I have to press the select the automatic. So I'm going to leave it like this and press the F9 key instead. When I press the F9 key, and you see all the profit values are recalculated. Now from these, we can now set up the confidence interval for the profit under each of these order quantities. So let's do average of the 1000 replications for the first order quantity, and then standard deviation okay, and number of replications is count of that. We know that that is 1000. Okay. Standard error is standard deviation divided by square root of n. Okay, so this number okay, right now for order quantity 100, they're all the same value, and that's why you get a standard error of 0. Now confidence level, say we want 95%. So the lookup probability is 1 minus that 95%. T table value is t.inv.2t. Table value, lookup probability, comma, replications minus 1. That is n minus 1 as the t value. Margin of error is t times standard error lower limit is average profit minus margin of error. Upper limit is average profit plus margin of error. Okay, let's format this. These are dollar values. Okay, so now we copy this. We get the confidence interval for profit under different order quantity conditions. Now let's plot the average profit and the lower and the upper limit for profit for different order quantities. So let's highlight the average and then control click and drag these two rows. Okay, next is insert, and I'm going to select a line graph like that, and let's add x-axis value, and x-axis corresponds to the order quantities. So I need one more. Okay, let's do some more formatting here. Okay, let's give labels. Okay, for that we'll go back to select data, and series 1 is average. Okay, that's the blue line. Series 2 is 95% lower limit, and series 3 is 95% upper limit. Okay, and I'm going to put the average in between, so that way the labels will show up with average being in between. Okay, now I need chart title, so that will be profit from calendar sales. Okay, and we want x-axis title to be order quantity, y-axis title is profit. So we have done quite a bit of modeling using the Monte Carlo approach, because we only used VLOOKUP with a discrete probability distribution for generating random numbers, random values for the input of demand. But we could have used rand between or normal distribution with rounding or uniform distribution. We've already discussed how to generate those random numbers earlier. Now, at this point, in the next example, we're going to start using the at-risk add-on.